Namaskaram everybody, Shri Matre Namaha. Let's begin. Om Bijapuragadekshkarmakurajapchakrabjapashotpala Vryagrasvapishanaratnakalashaif prodhyatkarambhoruvaha Dheyo vallabhaya sapadmakaraya ashlishtojvalat bhushaya Vishwotpatti vipatti samsatikaro vignesha ishtadadha श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं धूतीक्रमं मण्डलं वीरान्ध्यष्टचतुष्कषष्टिनवकं वीरावळीपञ्चकं श्रीमन्मालनिमन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरोर्मण्डलम् मातर्मे मधुकैटभग्निमहिषः प्राणापहारोऽध्यमे हेलनिर्मितधूम्रलोचनवदे हे चण्डमुण्डार्दिनी निःशेषे कृतरक्तबीजदनुजे नित्ये निशुम्भापहे शुम्भध्वंसिनि संहरा सुदुरितन् दुर्गे नमस्तेऽम्बिके सर्वं श्री चण्डी महालक्ष्मी श्री पादुकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि नमः Sadgurum Shri Padukam Pujayami Tarpayami Namaha. Welcome all of you for this another session on the foundation series of Sri Lalita Sahasranama. Today we will continue our contemplations on the basic form or the feature or the iconography of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. Today I'll be speaking a deeper kind of a contemplation on the Chaturbahu Samanvita, the idea of the Chaturbahu Samanvita. That is what I'm going to explain to all of you in a much more detailed manner, actually. So let us take this case. You have all seen young children, like young children, and when some strangers will come to the young children, actually, when somebody is coming to our house and we have young children in our house, will the children immediately go to those strangers? They will be afraid, correct? Na? They will be afraid. Somebody has come, they will cry or they do not want to go and everything. Maybe after 1 hour, they will feel a little calm. If that same stranger has stayed for 2-3 hours, then they will go slowly to them, correct? They'll go to them and they will start, talking to them and get comfortable with them. And after a while, they will say, what is there in your pocket? Give it to me. Correct? They will go and sit on them and play and everything, actually. Correct? Yes or no? This is what children, they will do. So initially, the relationship that actually built on fear, it turns so comfortable that they will land up playing with those individuals, actually. This is what we also do with Devi, actually. We are afraid of her. Correct, na? We are afraid of her. Ayo Kali, Ayo Durga, like that kind of a fear. Like there's a kind of a fear, Even that is a tradition in South India, particularly in Tamil Nadu. I mean, they say this, and my guru will say this to children. Generally, what they will say, if you're not going to eat your food, Devi will come and she will come and hit you. She is going to come and trouble you. Actually, சாப்பிடலனா உமாச்சி வந்து கண்ணை குத்திரும் actually. That is what they say actually. கண்ணை குத்துறது. Literally they will come and like pierce your eyes. But that is not the idea. But like my guru will say, like, why you have to threaten in this way? You say that if you're not going to eat, Umachi will not give you what you want, or something like that. You can rebuild this narrative in a completely a different manner actually altogether. So we also start with that fear in a way that, in other words, the distant relationship, there is a distinctiveness that we maintain, that okay, she's very powerful, so, and she's also very, kopakari, that they say in Tamil, like krodit, actually, she can get, she can get any moment upset, or she can get angry on us. So we have to be very careful. So we start the relationship like that. And then we slowly get so comfortable with her. Then we'll end up asking, Amma, I need this, Amma, I need that. This is what I need. This is, you have to fulfill this. You have to do this for me, that and this. And if she's not doing, you'll end up scolding also. This kind of a relationship you develop actually. And if she's not even fulfilling, one step is scolding, and the second step is that, okay, you are not fulfilling means I'll go to your husband or your son, elder son, younger son, or to the level going to the grahams, I will go anywhere. It's just like, if a lover is not fulfilling the desires, we will try to, like what to say, we will try to create a kind of a jealousy. So we will try to do all those things, like I'm not going to be with you anymore, I'm going there actually, so, or maybe within her forms, for example, amma, mother, sister, like that, she's have like the different so if Kali is not listening, we will go to Chandi. If Chandi is not listening, I'll go to Lalita. If Lalita is not listening, I'll go to Lakshmi. Like that, you keep shifting the form. So she's she is seeing this as a child only, it seems. The child who was afraid, the child who is playing all these kinds of, the child who has a liberty to play these kind of games, actually. So, this is an extended idea of Amba being Parabhattarika. If it would be us, we cannot tolerate our own children going to somebody else getting closer. Yes or no? If there is anybody, for that fact, I have seen, like I have seen like their own sisters or brothers, if the child is getting closer to them, we'll feel like the child is getting closer to them. We'll try to stop them, say things, you should not go to them so much, this, you should not go and ask them this, that, and all. We will say yes or no. Why? Basically, we will say that that is a bad manners, but that is not the truth. We are basically jealous, actually, or we feel very insecure that the child should not go and get attached to them. Yes or no? But Devi doesn't have this feel at all. You know why? Because of two reasons. Because of two reasons. Because she's Parabhattarika. If she's going to feel that kind of a jealous, then she is no more Parabhattarika, actually. Correct? She can never be a Parabhattarika. If she's going to feel jealous, or if she's going to feel upset, or if the fact that she has to punish, you understand? Because people have these concepts, right? Devi will punish you. She is the last person to punish us, actually. In fact, she's trying her level best how she can save us from all the punishments which we have self inflicted upon ourselves because of our karma and because of all our activities. So she is the last person to punish any one of us being upset on us. She's the last person to be upset. She will not even be upset. She might be upset because, in spite of showing the way, in spite of showing the path, we are not accepting, we are not walking on that. She might be upset for that, but still she will not accept the defeat. She will go for the, okay, if my child is not understanding this, I will go in a different direction, to catch hold of the child. So, like that, because of the reason she's Parabhattarika, she will never ever feel that kind of a limitation that which we humans we feel, actually. See, please understand why I'm saying this is the dynamics of the relationship I'm speaking. The dynamics of relationships that exist between human versus human, human with human versus divine, actually. This is what precisely I'm trying to bring it here. And another reason why she will never ever feel that is because she is what is everything. If you go to Shiva also, she is the one who is Shiva. If you go to Ganesha also, she is the one who is Ganesha. If you go to Skanda, she is the one who is Skanda. If you go to any of the manifestations, Kali, Varahi, Chandi, Matangi, Ityadi Devatas, everything is she only. So she will not feel that. You understand? Because she knows that she is the one who is there in everywhere, actually. So she doesn't. So basically, there is no limitation. Since there is no limitation, this unlimited love with which we are born and with which we are living and with which we want to express, she is the right person to actually accept it. Or maybe It is the right way to show it to her actually, because she will not feel overwhelmed with the love. Number one, she will not feel, she will not feel that it is enough. She will never feel. You understand? Even with a lot of love, we are going to approach any of the human relationships, they all have their limitations, yes or no? But she is not like that. She will accept it. She will continuously keep accepting. Actually, she will never ever judge you for what you are, or nor she is wanted to change you also. She's not even asking you to change yourself. All these changes and other things are because we can do these things in a better manner. That's the reason religion is asking us to do. Otherwise, she is not even asking us to change ourselves actually, because she knows that for some reasons or the other we have been like this, and we are trying to improvise ourselves. So look into the relationship that is existing. That is the reason that bhav, that prema that we talk in terms of the divine is very highest actually. Because that bhavana, that prema, and everything is so unlimited within us actually. And that unlimited thing can be shown only towards the unlimited thing, which is nothing but Devi Parabhattarika herself actually. Got it? The moment we will understand this, all the limitations that we are having with our relationships will vanish, it seems. That is what Lalita Sahasranama is saying, actually. The moment I know that this is the place I need to show my love, then we will know what to expect from fellow human beings. We know what to expect from our own selves. We know what to expect from Devi herself, actually. So, therefore, coming to the point, the child who wanted to constantly ask for Amma, give me this, Amma, give me that, Amma, you have to fulfill this desire, the child will understand that I don't need anything, I want only my Amma eternally. Because I'm going to keep asking this to my Amma, it is not going to end. I have realized this. The only thing I need is my Amma. I don't need anything else. I don't want to even ask for anything else for anybody else, including for my own self. All I need is Amma and me. That's it. This is the state the Sahasranamam will take us, it seems. From that Shri Mata to that Shiva Shakti Rupini Lalitambika, that we will realize I need only my Amma. And where is my Amma? Where is she? Amma is within me. My Amma is nowhere outside. I had been searching for her outside. I had been searching for her in that particular temple. I had been searching for her in that murti that is there in my house. I had been searching for her in this portrait. I had been searching for many places, but I have realized my Amma is within me only. Antarmukha Samaradhya, Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. Antarmukha Samaradhya. Whatever I had been doing externally, I have realized everything is present within me itself. Antarmukha. So this Lalita Sahasranamam is an inward journey actually. Is completely an inward journey. That journey with which mystics, sages, tapasvis, jnanis, mahans, that is saints, who have done with such great difficulty, such great penance, Devi is simply making us to do it within our own environment itself. She's not even changing the environment. She's not even changing our personality. She's not changing any factors, but she's bringing that change actually. That's the reason she's Parabhattarika. She's not asking us to wear orange robes and come to the ashram and sit somewhere. To achieve all these things. You understand? Quote unquote, to achieve this state. You be wherever you are. You will come to this point. Hmm? So, this unlimitedness of love, how she is managing? She's managing with four hands, it seems. Chaturbahu Samvita. Now we will say, like, to manage this even thousand hands, if she's going to have what is called as Para Chandi, Maha Chandi has 1,000 hands, it seems like. Even 1,000 hands are not enough. Now, like so many people, so many children are there for her. But she has come with Chaturbahu Samanvita. Now, four Bahu means four hands are there actually. Four hands. She decided only four hands are more than enough for me. And this Chaturbahu Samanvita, if we look into it deeply, we have discussed about Ankusham and Pashangusham. What is the name that we have given for the Ankusham and Pashangusham? Tell me. Pull and push effect, correct? The pull and the push effect. You all are very thorough with that, correct? What is pull effect? What is push effect? We have today. I'm extending an argument a little bit extra. It's like adding. It's like I have you. I mean, I like eating what is called as this. You know, I'm not remembering this name actually. It has different um, Faluda, like they put ice cream on that ice cream, they will put dry fruits on that, they will pour some little, sugar syrup, and then they will again do the topping again with, like it's a combination of so many things together, which is completely jarful. So here also I'm adding for that. It's just one thing, but it's like added with many different dimensions. So like it's like that one nama, but it is adding to a lot of varieties. It is getting added more and more. It's like the cherry on top of the cake. So Chaturbahu Samanvita, the first thing actually, if we have to talk about the Chaturbahu Samanvita, the first and the foremost thing is Pasham. Pashaha. She is having Pasham. Correct, na? That is Raga Swarupa Pashadya. Raga iti Swarupa iti Pashadhyam. Bhashakara is saying to us directly, Bhashakara is saying, Pa, the same Pasham is there in the hands of Yamadharma also. Yamadharma is also having a pasha. Okay, na? With that only he pulls the soul from the body when the right time comes in. But Bhashyakara is saying it is so easy for Yama to do this, it seems. But the pasha with which Devi handles, it's very difficult for her, it seems. Because for a moment, when the right time will come, what Yama will do? He will come, he will put the pasha, he will rope it, and he will pull it. Correct, na? That is simply a duty. And time is also known properly for Yama. Correct, na? He will come, he will execute, and he will go. But for Devi, my child should not get hurt. My child should not feel bad. My child should reach it very safely. A safe game, he or she should, more than use strategize, she is going on strategizing, it seems, how to use the Pasham actually. Raga iti swarupam actually. So raga means what? Raga means thoughts actually. So more than you, she is thinking about you actually. No, I should use it in the right time, right direction, right strategy, so that my child, will be able to manage everything. Imagine, imagine, imagine this actually. When I was reading the Bhashyam, I didn't do anything for a while. I just sat actually. Just conceptualizing, thinking. It was almost like 45 minutes I sat, I guess. Then I realized, oh my God, okay, I have to go further actually. I mean, we think that, I am thinking so deeply for myself, my future. I am thinking so deeply for the welfare of my family. And look at her actually. We don't have to do any thinking. We have to only do what? Amma. That's it. She's already doing enough thinking actually. All we have to do is what? Amma. And give her the opportunity to not just think, but also to execute what she's thinking, because we are not allowing her to execute. We are working on our own whims and fancies, creating more and more karmas, more and more complications, more and more side effects. In the name of solving everything, we are the damaging master. The man, not the managing master, but the damaging master actually. I allow her to do na. She's waiting, it seems. She's literally, my Gurunadar will say, like she's literally wearing a kankanam in her hand to do help for us, it seems, actually. Kankanadari. But we don't want that. What you think about me? I think so. I know how to do deal things. I know how to keep this person in this place. I know what to do the next step. Array, where it will lead? Nothing. So, this raga iti swarupam. So, she is looking for ragam here means what? Ragam precisely means the personality. So Amma is deeply studying our personalities, it seems. Amma deeply knows our vasanas. Amma deeply knows what we are. We can even pretend to ourselves, it seems, but we cannot pretend in front of her actually. You understand? We can even say, I am the most good person in the planet Earth. I am the most proper person. I don't do any. She knows it. What we are, she knows actually. We might even pretend in front of ourselves. Forget about pretending in front of others. We land up pretending about in front of our own selves, but she knows very clearly what we are. So she is not judging us. She wants to help us. She wants to do the right thing for us. At the same time, she has to use the pasham also to pull us. Imagine the strategy she needs actually. Imagine the kind of mind she has. Imagine the kind of play that she has to do. Lalita, the name, the very name means play. Hmm? So that is the way she is using the raga swarupa iti pashaha. And what is the next one? Krodankara kushojvala. Kroda iti karaha. Now Bhashyakara is saying that axe that she is having, that the next hand she is having that axe, it is very shining, it seems. Very, very shine, sharp material it is. Why Bhashyakara is very specifically saying it is very shining? Because the moment she is using Ragaswarupa Pashadyam, this axe that she is having, that is that Ujjvalatvam, that is that Krodha Ankusha, that let us look into Ujjvalatam and Krodha Karakam in little later. That Ankusham has to be so sharp that once it cuts, it is over and done. Because again, in the name of solving problems, we land up doing a lot of damages and lot of mess, correct now, which is other words, which is called as the side effects of doing many things, correct? But when she will cut, there is no side effects, there is no damages, there is no any extra after effects of what she does actually. It's that sharp cut, it seems. Otherwise, just imagine if when the mess happens, correct? You understand now? So that kind of a sharp cut she does, it seems. And for that, that krodham is a very important element there, that krodham. Because she can't, it is not a birthday cake, right? She's cutting nicely, happily, she's cutting. No. Even that birthday cake needs a very sharp knife. Otherwise, the piece will not come a proper piece. Yes or no? It will become very messy, messy, messy. Yes or no? In Tamil, they say, என்னப்பா இப்படி கொழ கொழன்னு cut பண்ணிருக்கியே? It's like கொழ கொழ கொழ. Like all the cream, everywhere it is like spread. Like you can't even, looking at that, you can't eat actually that cake when some people will cut it. So it needs to be a sharp slice actually. You take that slice and you give that piece of triangle for somebody who can eat it nicely. So, if that is the case for cutting a cake, you imagine our Janma Janmantra Vasanas, our karmas, our negativities, our issues that we are facing at present. Once she cuts it, it should not come back to us actually. So, that kind of a cut she will give, it seems. For that, that Ankusham has a lot of krodham, it seems actually. Krodhankara Kushojvara, lot of anger, lot of power here. That krodham is not typically understood as anger, but that power, that intense power to give a bali of something actually. The bali, that cut is referencing to the idea of bali actually. Krodha iti akara. Ujjvalam. Ujjvala means that brightness that is there. It is shining, it seems. Out of all our weapons, it is shining, it seems. So pull and push effect understood in a very different dimension, actually. Correct? Now, Ankusham and Pashankusham. We will look into this much more in detail as we start with the classes also. This is just, I'm giving you glimpses. Just imagine. It's much more deeper. That is the reason these entire sessions were called as Lalita Amritam, actually. Because as we are looking more and more, the Amritam is coming out of it, actually. Okay. Now that she has done Ankusham, Pashankusham, she is doing that activity. The very next thing, you remember that story of the child which I mentioned, Bhayam, and then fulfilling desires. Yes or no? Once the child has Bhayam also, the child has desires also. Correct? On the mother, equally. So, how she is making us not to be afraid, it should be Abhaya Hastam, and providing things for the child is Varadahastam. Correct? Generally, the deities are like this. Devi deities. Correct? Na? Abhayahastam, Varadahastam. Right hand and left hand will go like this. Now, our favorite Lalita Maha Tripura Sundari doesn't have that actually. Enga poch? Where did it go? She is supposed to have Abhaya Varadahastam, right? But she's carrying something again, again something she's carrying. It's like a sugar cane and she's carrying a bunch of flowers. Right? She's supposed to have Abhaya right? She has to constantly keep, like, to what to say, to bring us out from Bhayam, and then she should keep fulfilling our destiny. Again, here also she is carrying and sitting like this. Two weapons are not enough. At least Kali, one hand she is having, out of the four hands, she has one hand as Abhaya Mudra. Yes or no? The terrific Kali herself has a one hand as Abhaya Mudra. Correct? Out of the four hands. Yes or no? Here, Lalita Ma, you are not having. Why? This is what is expected from you, right? Why are you doing like this? We should ask this question to her now, because we are knowing her. Correct, na? You have established a relationship with her. That's the reason you are in the Maha Vidyalaya, you are studying. So you have every right to ask her this question, actually. Why, Amma? Why are you not having your hands like this? Because this is the way a child will ask, na? Yes or no? So this is the question that is coming for that Bhagavad Pada. Shankara is answering now. Amma doesn't need this. On behalf of Amma, Bhagavad Pada is answering. Amma doesn't need this. What is this? Amma doesn't need it. Amma only should have it, na? Because Amma is the one who will provide me everything. But Bhagavad Pada is saying that this is Parabrahmam herself has descended as Lalita, and she doesn't need something called as an extra hands or that mudra to show that she is actually doing anugraham, because her entire swarupam itself is anugraha swarupam. It's not that she has to keep a separate hand like this to give you anugraham, or she has to keep a separate hand like this to show you that she is bringing you out of all your bhayam. You have to understand that she herself is that form, actually, that form of fulfilling your desires and bringing you out of all the clutches of all the fear that you have about this world, actually. And secondly, this is a very conscious avatar. Amba, as Parabrahma Swarupini, as Jagannatha, as I told you, my Gurunatha will say, Kangan Katinda, she came down, she wore a kankan to come down in this particular form, because the entire prapancham, in one way, she is sharply pulling us and pushing us where it is wanted through the ankush, through the pasham, and where it needs to be cut, she's cutting also. But at the same time, she's also equally governing this entire cosmos, actually. It means that what? She should be completely, she should be known to be a renouncer, correct? Now, based on the two above hands, it should show that she wanted everybody to renounce everything, or she's waiting for the right time that the that the children will renounce everything. Correct, na? The children will renounce everything and they will get back to her. Yes, it is true. That is the understanding. But at the same time, she knows that until my children have to live here, they need things. Number one, they should be taken care. Number two. And number three, she knows the fact that the one who is actually pulling, the one who is actually doing the cutting, cutting off from all the bandham, this rinanu bandham, she is the one who is creating this new relationship of showing that I am the one you were searching until now. I am right in front of you. You are supposed to come to me because you belong to me. You don't belong to that space that you have been constantly searching, where you have been disappointed, where you are hurt again and again and again. Different janmas you were hurt, different janmas you have taken, different pain you have seen. Enough is enough. Everything is over. Now I am the only relationship to you. You are supposed to come here, and I am the one for you, and you are the one for me. Like that Amma is saying, and she is taking us in her fold, actually. And that is what is that the sugarcane bow and the pancha pushpa bhanam. Actually, she's using that to pull it on us. Actually, she's using that as a bow and arrow on us because she's calling us back. Actually, and this again, the interpretation Bhashakara is saying that why it is ikshuko dandam. Ikshu means sugarcane, because sugarcane outwardly it looks very stiff, but inward it has that rasam, actually rasanubhuti. It is just like it is that ikshuko dandam is nothing but the manifestation, the sum total manifestation of all our minds, actually manas. And to surrender this manas is not an easy task, students. We can keep talking about it. I can keep talking the entire year or next year also as a part of this foundation course, but this is a very difficult task. The moment I'm going to end this class, you will go and you have to do certain things which might be bound by the attachment or the duty or whatever it is for your family, for your work and everything, actually. Okay. So it is not easy to erase it. It is not like an eraser that I use on the book that to erase it and it is over. It's over. It's vanished. No. What she's doing, she's not erasing. She's bending it, actually. She knows to bend it, actually. That's the reason she's bending it, actually. Very subtle, very subtle. She knows where to bend it for her, not for any one of us. She's bending it for herself. She's not erasing it because she doesn't want us to be as Jadavastu going back to her. You understand what I'm trying to say? Jadavastu means what? We don't have our own senses. We don't have our own thinking power. We don't have nothing and we are going back to her. She doesn't want us like that. If that is what she will create, no, this AI which we are talking now, she already knows it billion, like before even this Srishti came into existence, she knows that AI and she should have created a lot of AI dummies around her, actually. She wanted us as we are, but she wanted us like what? That you understand the rasam and then you are going back to her, actually. That I have understood that right rasanubhuti, that outside this, all this stiffness is there and inside that juice. So she wanted that juice, actually. That is that our original self, actually. And how she's doing? She's bending the sugarcane, actually. She bends the sugar. She doesn't destroy the sugarcane. She's not breaking the sugarcane. You understand? She's just bending it, actually. Which means what? As a part of this entire Srishti Kramam, Srishti Sthiti, Samharam, Tirodhanam, Anugraham, this is when the right time will come, she's bending, she's putting the arrow, she is pulling, and she is cutting it, actually. So that we are awakened with our consciousness. That is the highest understanding that is coming out. And the second level, to understand the same thing, the same idea, the same concept, Amba is doing every moment, it seems. Forget about reaching that consciousness, but every moment of our life, she's protecting like that. She's safeguarding our interest. She's safeguarding ourselves. But beyond herself, two things we are doing. One, our independent existence is making our life very miserable. Number one. Number two, even we have surrendered to her and we are not using our independence, certain spaces, our karma is so intense that Devi is saying, or Devi feels that, thoda sa, you undergo this, that is better, so that it is better for me to nullify it. Two things only it's happening. You undergo this a little bit. She's not giving up on you. Please understand. If there is any custom is coming, don't think that she has left your hand. No, she is there, but she wants you to undergo for some reason actually. But she's not giving up on you. She will never ever give up on you. If you're undergoing something, okay, Amma is doing for some reason, she is doing it. Let me be patient. And she will show you the way. And she will also show you the way why you had to undergo that. And she will pull you back. So that's a reason. Instead of that regular Abhaya Varada Hastam, she has that Ikshudandam and that Panchapushpa Bhanam. And this, she is doing it in a repeated manner. She is doing this. Just imagine somebody who's not at all judging us, somebody who is not at all tired, somebody is constantly thinking and strategizing, not for one or two, but like us, millions. Whether they have surrendered to her. Surrendered to her means more headache to her. Like we all are a big headache to her actually. You understand? Because we are getting closer to her. Na? We are understanding all these secrets of her. So it's more headache to her. Those who have not surrendered, still the same anugraham. Imagine why she is called to be Parabhattarika, Bhagavati. Now you understand. It's not out of some power. It's not out of that glamour that she looks with 10 hands or 20 hands or like that, that opulence. No, because of this activity that she does. Constantly, constantly. At least we have what is called as a day and night. For her, there is no difference of that day and night also actually. She works 24/7. She works around the clock. She is doing this means just imagine why she is called to be that Bhagavati, Parabhattarika, your highness, your majesty, that the way we call in English. Parabhattarika means in English, the best of the translation is your majesty, your highness. It's even much lesser actually. We need a better word in English actually. And that Parabhattarika is thinking for you also. She's thinking for me also. Every moment she's thinking. That is the beauty of it. That's the reason she doesn't want that separate hand, which is called as that anugraham, and that what is called as that Abhaya Varada Hastam. That is what Bhagavad Pada is explaining in a very detailed manner. You don't need Amma because your entire Swarupam is Abhaya Varada Swarupam only. That doesn't need a Hastam, that doesn't need a hand. The entire Swarupam is Abhaya Varada Swarupam. Abhayam also you're giving, Varadam also you're giving. And you have decided consciously to be in this particular form actually. It's that Parabrahma Chaitanyam, right? The Parabrahma Chaitanyam doesn't need to show extra that it is doing some anugraham because that anugraha murti, na? So this is the way we are actually traveling. We start our journey as Shri Mata. Correct, na? That's the reason there is no any rules and regulations here in terms of there is no any pre-qualifications actually. You have to come with this level to one. Why? Shri Mata only, na? I'm going to know my mother. But where she is taking us? Shiva Shaktiyaika Rupini. Lalitambika. Just imagine now itself. This bridge course is happening maybe the last 2 months, like here and there it is happening. Now you're going to read the entire course in this particular manner, imagine what will be our mindset by the end of April next year. And how we will lead that knowledge, we will definitely apply that knowledge in our day-to-day life and existence. Imagine after 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, or rather that last moment of us, we do not know when. At that moment, definitely this one nama will definitely come to us. If not the 1,000 namas, one nama will come to us, and it will take us beyond this ocean, actually, beyond this ocean of material world. That's the reason she has not given one nama, but 1,000 namas she has given. That will definitely take us. It will make us to cross the Vaitaranya Nadi, actually. If you have listened to the Kashi Mahima lectures, you know the Vaitaranya Nadi, actually. It will help us to cross. We will not suffer. And that is the agenda of the Guru Mandalam. That is the agenda of this Mahavidyalaya. And we will try our best to do this. Her namas are our weapons. Her namas are the ones which is going to make our life better, not just here, but even beyond this life. And let us do it, as I always say, together. We will study together, we will practice together, and we will live this knowledge together, and we will reach her together. She will be very surprised when we'll stand in front of her door. Oh, all my children have come together. Wonderful. Let's reach her. Shri Matre Namaha. Let me end the session with Mangalam. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Datri Swaha Swada Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarvam Shri Chandi Mahalakshmi Arpanamastu Tathastu. Thank you so much, students. Monday, we have our orientation for the new session. All of you, please join the session to classes. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Guruji.
Guruji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Guruji.
Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.